Hello, thank you for joining me. I have just been watching the procession taking Queen's coffin ready for the public to be able to pay their last respects. And as I've said before, I'm always impressed by the efficiency, the smooth way that these things come about. I'm well aware that there's a lot of paddling going on under the water. But also important are those that we don't see, the people who are doing the away from the public gaze jobs, but the ones that are so important. And then there are those who also serve, but only stand and wait. And I say that with great feeling, as I was an Air Force wife for many years. My husband was sent down to the Falklands. In fact, he took one of the first 3 Phantom aircraft down there. I had a phone call from the squadron when I was expecting him back from the halfway post to say, if you listen to the news tonight, you'll find out where he's gone. And I found out that he was actually on his way down to the Falklands. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. 3-4 months later, he rolled up back home. So I did a lot of standing and waiting, or rather standing and getting on with stuff. I'm not one to just lurk and do nothing. But I think one of my first experiences of standing and waiting was as a very new wife, in fact almost still as a bride. There was a large parade, and my husband was still in training at the time, but there was a large Navy parade, and it was being attended by the brass and everybody, of dignitaries and goodness knows who else, and wives and families of those who were taking part. So I went, and as ever I had smelling salts in my bag because I used to struggle very badly with migraines. And my husband was tall, so he was always one of the markers, always one of the end people, beginning people. And it was a warm day, and they were lined up, and I could see him starting to sway. Oh no. And I could see he was going a paler shade of green. I thought he's going to end up flat on his back any moment. And I could see the lips of his friends next to him and behind him. Wriggle your toes. Keep wriggling your toes. Move your fingers. Anyway, he managed to keep upright. Unfortunately, the padre for once was rather switched on, and instead of going into one of his usual very long prayers, which always began, "Go forth from this place," and when I heard those words I thought, oh no, he's not going to make it. But he cut it short. Then they were quickly told to right turn, and instead of just right turning, my husband right staggered. And then automatically, when the music started, he just started marching. But of course he was out from everybody else. And bless them, they all just caught up with him, changed step, got into step with him. And once he'd done a few steps, the blood was circulating again and he was all right. But that time I just spent being desperate to run on and waft the smelling salts under his nose. So standing by and watching, standing by and supporting, it's a role that we don't acknowledge enough, but a role that has so much importance. With a wind beneath the wings. And I wonder how many people actually acknowledge that their partner, their mother, their father, their friends, they are the wind beneath their wings. I should imagine that it's very much taken for granted in a lot of places. by a lot of people. That's so sad. But on that note, I hope that those who took part in the parade today are having a good wind down and are able to feel pride in what they've done, and that their family, friends will also be feeling proud of their achievements. Thank you for listening. Do take care. And I'm sorry if I keep waffling on about Her Majesty the Queen, but it has made a huge impression on me. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.